Morning guys, welcome to Football Brownie. Hope you're well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe and spreading the love during this pandemic because we all need a little bit of loving guys. We all need a little bit of loving. Now before I go any further, please like, share and most importantly subscribe to the channel. Remember subscription is free. If you haven't done it yet, then why haven't you done it yet? Brownie's had an early morning swim, so apologies if I look a bit untidy, let's just say. But here we go. We're basically, I was going to do this last night, but I was so wound up about it all. It's Mick McCarthy's press conference this week. Now, I have to admit, and I have to say this, the questions involved is absolute embarrassing. Absolute embarrassing, given the state in which the club and the team, in my opinion, are at this current moment. It's absolutely embarrassing that you have paid so-called professionals asking embarrassing questions and not getting to the nitty-gritty of the issues within both the club and the squad. Hang your heads in shame, Wales Online. You see, I have calmed down a bit. Okay, let's go through it anyway. It actually happened yesterday morning, so still a few hours yet until the today's game against Blackburn at Ewood Park. So let's go on. Okay, first question was team news. Mick replies, Joe Rose is the one that's missing. That's it. Everyone else is alright. Well, Tomlin? What's the latest with him? You know. He seems to have disappeared, this guy. Tomlin. Right. Then the next question was, last week defeat. Plenty of positives this week? There's parts I was happy with, parts not. That's generally the case, Mick said. We had a good reaction this week. Anyone who beats Bournemouth will win the league. It's a tough game for us. Granted, it was a tough game. Very tough game. I wasn't expecting anything other than a defeat, I'll be honest with you, Mick. But we had more games than just the Bournemouth game. Right, the next question goes, Blackburn, another tough one. No easy games in the Championship. Mick says, Tony's got a good side there, plays good football, gets good loans. They had Armstrong last year, now they've lost him, but they got a team that shares it around. Yeah, I agree, I suppose. What do you think of the job Tony's done? Obviously, the Blackburn manager. If they keep getting the goals, they can have a chance around the playoffs. We are early in the season now, but they've had a good start. Okay. How boring are these questions? Bloody hell. The next one. How do you think Cardiff have started? Now, here we go. How do you think Cardiff have started? Mick said, we started reasonably well. But there's 3 defeats in 4. That can't be described as well. We need to get a good win under our belts. Well, hang on now, Mick McCarthy. Okay? We only really played Bournemouth, who will be there or thereabouts at the end of the season. That's all we played. Okay? We dropped points and drew at home to Barnsley, who currently lie 18th, below ourselves. We go away and we drop points to Peterborough, who are currently 21st, and also played a game more than ourselves. We couldn't beat them too, right? I'd say the start is very average Very, very average. If you look at the teams we've actually played. I don't know about you guys, but I never expected anything from Bournemouth, don't get me wrong. But I expected at least 5 points more than what we got at the moment. So for Mick McCarthy to describe reasonably well, no, not at all, not with me. Next question, Joe Rose. He might be around Tuesday or next Saturday, Mick McCarthy says. What kind of question's that? You know, why wasn't that a supplementary from the first question, which was, what's the team news? Right, then the next question goes, safe standing? Question mark. I've not really given much thought into it. It's not been at the forefront of my thinking this week. The reason it's changed in the first place was that it deemed not safe. But if it's deemed safe and that's what the people want, then I'm all for it. Alright, question. You know, there's far more pressing issues in which questions should be asked within this press conference than safe standing, in my opinion. Okay, not scored a goal in the first half. Why? Question mark. I don't know, Mick says. We're not doing anything different. We had 3 reasonable good chances against Bournemouth and didn't score. I haven't got an answer for that. We're trying to play the same. I don't have an answer for it. We played 8 games, Mick, and we haven't scored a single goal in the first half. I'll give you an answer to it. We got no creativity in the middle. We got no pace. Take Giles out there, absolutely no outlet whatsoever. You were in charge of the team selection. You were in charge of the squad selection. If you got no answer to us not able to score a single goal in 8 first team games, then I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned. Okay, next question. 3 defeats in 4. Anything different you have to do now? Mick replies, having lost Joe Rose and Gilo, they were both playing well, and I'm not suggesting anyone who come in did anything different, but we were on a roll. I do think that Kiefer has been affected by COVID being off. It's strange, when we played the 2 years non-stop, he was fine. And then as soon as he went away with Wales, he got COVID. Then he got close contact and he couldn't train. I do think that's affected him. I tell you what's affected him, Mick, is that you've taken creativity out of the midfield and the pace. He's got no service. That is what's affected him. Then the next question. Spoke about Kiefer burnout pre-Euros, proven right. I've had it, he said. You can go to the Euros with such euphoria about it. When you come back, you're knackered. It's been a bit of a come down. You've had your season, scored 20 goals, been to the Euros, you're in need of a break. But the break you don't need is getting COVID. It's nothing to do with COVID. This has nothing to do with COVID. Kiefer Moore is not scoring goals simply because he's not had the service. He's not had the service because you've got away all the creativity in the midfield. And the team is completely lacking pace. Next question. James Collins did so well pre-season. Just needs a goal. Mick McCarthy says, I think so. Anytime there's been a goal scorer who can't get a goal for whatever reason, he needs to do something. It's the old adage, whether it's off the back of his head or the backside, or deflection. If he gets his goal, then he'll make him feel better. I tell you what, I'll even put James Collins into the same bracket or same issue. I'm not James Collins' biggest fan. I'll be completely honest with you. Last few games, he's wasted a hell of a lot of opportunities. A hell of a lot. But he still hasn't had the service in which he needs. This is all down to you as selection, Mick. I'm sorry. Next question. Ryan Giles back, a big boost. He says, absolutely, yeah. We've had 2 or 3 days back. He's had 2 or 3 days back, so I can't say if he's fully functioning up to speed. You'll be in the squad tomorrow. Hopefully, you'll be back playing Tuesday, maybe Saturday as well. Had Mick McCarthy had backup, a pace backup, and not allowed Josh Murphy to go up to Preston, because that would have been the pacey backup, we wouldn't be relying so much on Ryan Giles. Next question. Under 23 is doing brilliantly at the moment. Mick says it's fabulous. That's not been the case. It's not been evident for a long time. I'm looking at our squad with Kieran Evans in it, Sam Bowen, Mark Harris, Ruben, Joe Bagan, playing on a regular basis. That's great. We need to start getting results. Listen, Mick. Listen, mate. Yeah. You only were pushed into picking these U23s because, quite frankly, you've had a rug pulled underneath you regarding the ownership of Cardiff City, right? I'm all for playing youth. I'm all for playing youth, giving youth a chance. However, in my humble opinion, they're not being managed correctly. Right? They're not being managed correctly. They've all been thrown into a deep end, sink or swim, and it's not good for their progress. That's my personal opinion. Others may disagree, but that's my personal opinion. Then last question. Mark McGuinness has to bide his time now. He's unfortunate, Mick says. The 3 centre-backs who have played have been excellent. Excellent? Hang on. Let me just read that again, yeah? He's unfortunate. The 3 centre-backs who have played have been excellent. They've been fucking cart horses. Yes, they may have had a few goals. Flint may have had a few goals. But they concede more than they bloody score. They've been absolute cart horses. Anyone with pace can absolutely destroy them. Yeah, I've had enough. I've had enough. I even allowed 24 hours to do this because it wound me up even more yesterday, and now I'm wound up again. Wales Online, absolute embarrassing with your questions. Absolute embarrassing. And, you know, the team has been crying out for creativity. The team has been crying out for pace. We got cart horses as defenders, centre defenders. Not a single question relating to those 3 key issues within the Cardiff City squad. I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting absolute sick of it. These press guys aren't professionals. They're fucking amateurs. They're absolute amateurs who are stealing a living claiming to be professionals. Right, I'm off to chill out. See you later. Hasta luego. Bye-bye.